Hello everyone and welcome back to this C++ series on HackerRank platform. We were solving a series of problems on competitive uh, competitive programming platform, that is on HackerRank platform. We will now continue with the next problem, that is lower bound on STL. So here the problem statement is that we are given some n integers in some sorted order. We and also along with that we have been given with some q queries. In each query, uh, we will be given one integer, and we have to tell whether that given integer in the query is present in the array or not. If it is present, we have to print at which index it is present. If it is not present, we have to tell the smallest integer just greater than the given number. It might be well understood by considering the sample input output. So let us do that one. Take a look over the input format. First line will be containing the number of integers, next followed by the n integers in the sorted order. After that, we have the queue number of queries, and later we have queue lines followed by queue lines which are containing a single integer y. You can take a look over this problem. So this sample input. Here we have first number 8, means in the next line there will be n integer. N means here 8, so 8 integers. After that we have 4 queries. What are those queries? They are followed by this number 4. The number is first number is 1. We have to check whether the number 1 is existing in this list or not. Yes, 1 is existing in this list at the first index, first position. So yes, 1. 1 stands for the number 1 present in the first position. 1 stands for first position. The next integer is 4. Whether 4 is present in the list? No, 4 is not present. But the number which is smaller but just greater than 4 is 6. The lowest number just greater than 4 is 6. So 6 is present at index 5. So 4 is not present, but the number which is just greater than 4 is present at the index 5. Similar way, number 9. 9 is present at the index 6. If two occurrences are there, we have to consider the first occurrence. If 9 is appearing two times in the list, we have to consider only one time, not the both times. And another one is 15. 15 is present in the list at the index 8, I can say. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. So 15 is present at the index or position 8. So index doesn't mean here a vector or array index, because array or vector index always starts from 0. Here we have to go by just position. And yes, the output format that we have already seen. If it is present, yes, and position. If it is not present, we have to print with the message saying no. And that's it about the problem, and we will solve it now. The first thing is to read how many numbers are there. I will say int n, n numbers are there. Read the n numbers. Create a vector. Vector of type integer, because we have a series of a list of numbers. We need to store them in a proper vector. Once we have that, our next job is to iterate over this vector in order to store the elements. So I will say int I equal to n until this I is there, minus minus I. So this is a new kind of approach. Not you have not seen this approach in my previous videos. Just to give you a difference between different possible ways. So here I am starting from nth index and uh, like not index, nth number, and coming back till it becomes 0. Why I am using this? Just you must be aware about all the possible things to be used to read the vector elements. So see in I need a one element. I will create say buff, see in buff, and once we read that element, we have to push it, push back. uh, Sorry, mistype, it should be flower bracket, vector dot pushback. We have to push the buff. We are just reading the elements n times because there will be n integers. We need to read them. We are doing just that. I will take another ele. Before that I will take another one q because I need to read number of q's, means number of queries. C in Q, just to read number of queries. Queries I will specify over here also. Let's read the queries for int I beginning with the queries. We have n q queries. The until this q queries exist, keep on decreasing the I. As simple as that. Just whatever we were doing, that is I equal to 0 to I less than n or I less than q, we are just doing the reverse way, just to give us some different kind of approach. Read element means read the each query element. Here I will just show, yes. Once we read the number of queries as 4, we need to read the continuous, means the upcoming 4 queries. Once we read it, yes, here the actual work comes. Yes, how to find a number is present in a list or not. Along with, if the number is not present, we have to tell the number which is just greater than the given number. So, which approach should we use? In the HackerRank platform only, they have given one idea to solve this. That is, lower bound is a function that can be used with the sorted vector. So the problem statement is also about lower bound. So I will just show. Actually, there is a function called lower bound in C++. You can just Google it and read the Geeks for Geeks article. The GFG articles are one of the good articles to read the concept, whichever you are unaware about. For example, you can see a lower bound in C++. So this method is used to return an iterator, not the exact number or nothing. It returns an iterator pointing to a first element in the range. We have to specify the range. It returns an iterator pointing to first occurrence of the element. If the element is not there, it returns smallest number just greater than the element. So this function exactly meets our requirement. So you can look at the syntax, how it works. There are two syntax, but we will be using this syntax only. The other syntax contains the compare uh, compare object, which is not needed. We just need here uh, uh, three parameters, that is first and last means the range. Another parameter is value, which is nothing but the an query value which we are reading from the terminal. So we will use this function. Let us implement this. Uh, you can use the auto operator because it will return the iterator. So auto low means just to indicate that we are getting a lower bound. We need to use the function that is lower underscore bound, which we just saw, and we need to pass parameter that is beginning and ending. How we get it? We get it by the iterator vec dot begin, that is vector dot begin, and vector dot end. These indicate the starting and ending of the vector respectively. And we have to specify the number, which is nothing but this ELE element. This will the low pointer, the low iterator will give the means position or index where the lower bound lies. So we need to just check now. So how I will do is I will take one boolean operator, bool present, I will say bool present, and this will be true with respect to two conditions. We need to check for two conditions. First is that means we have not reached the end of the vector. If we have reached the end of the vector, it means that we have not found or we have failed to found. Means uh, we didn't got the element. And another thing is that the iterator low, uh, if it is equal to this ELE, if it is equal to this ELE, means it should either it should reach the it should not reach the end of the vector. Also, it should be equal to the ELE. Means the element should be found. The lower should be pointing to the element, and is used to check for two conditions are true or not. For that purpose, we will be using AND operator. So along with that, we are checking that the low iterator has not reached the end of the vector. Once we verify that these two conditions are holding true, then the present will be true. This boolean value will be true. After that, we have to print the result. See out. If it is present, I will say present is true. I will be using ternary operator. Present, yes. If the present boolean is true, then print yes, means that element is present, or else use the no, means print the no. Depending on the value of present, if the present value is true, then print yes. If the present value is false, then present no. For this purpose, we will be using ternary operator. This is one of the good example for using ternary operator. Then have a space, because you can see in the output there should be space between yes and the number. Which should be the number? The number is nothing but the uh, actually we need to print the index, so it should be uh, low minus starting of the vector. I will say here low minus vec dot begin. We are just printing the position of the low only, but in order to ensure that we are not ahead of the vector dot begin, we are making sure that we will be subtracting the vector dot begin from the low in order to get the correct position. But this will give us the vector index, but not the position. How we get the position? Whenever we add 1 to this. So I will add a 1 to this because it will give the index which will always be less than our required result. After that, have one new line character so that the next result can come on the new line, or you can use end line, endl. And yes, this will work. Let us test the code. Okay, it is showing runtime error. Star low. Might be a problem with this bool present. Low is not a key. No, this is correct. We will, yes, actually I equal to q. Here it should be I, because we need to do this until I exists or I becomes 0. So let's check for that. Yes, the mistake was here that I have used q over here. It should be I. Here we have used correctly I only, because whenever we are going in the decreasing way, we have to check for the I. Let us submit. Yes, the all the test cases have been passed. The code is correct. Thank you.